Hello students, today we will study unit number 2 AC circuit in which we will understand the pure capacitive circuit. So in this video we will understand that why in the pure capacitive circuit current leads the potential by pi by 2 or 90 degree, and why in the case of pure capacitive circuit whatever power factor is there whose value is 0. So I hope you are ready with your pen and paper. So without wasting much time, let us start this video. So first we will understand pure capacitive circuit means what, that it is such type of circuit in which only and only capacitor is used. As for example, over here we will take one capacitor whose capacitance is C, which is connected with one alternating voltage source of V is equals to Vm sine of omega t. So that is known as pure capacitive circuit. Now, as we know that whatever alternating current is there, that change its direction 100 times in a second. So for our easiness, we will consider that for a particular time, for a certain time, current is flowing, say in this direction, which is say in clockwise direction. And we know very well that is the plates of the capacitor, and potential difference across the plate of capacitor equation is what, V is equals to Q by C, in which Q is what, charge on the capacitor plate. So over here say plus charges are there and over here minus charges are there, and C is known as capacitance. Now after onwards we will apply Kirchhoff voltage law, which is known as KVL. Now Kirchhoff voltage law says what, that the summation of change in potential difference across a closed loop is equals to 0. So now same law we will apply over here. So for that purpose we have to consider one loop. So over here I have considered one loop. Now we will write down change in potential of that source and the capacitor. So how I will write? So over here I will write for V, that will be your plus V. Why plus V? Because current is flowing in this direction for a particular time. So for a particular time that voltage source become a battery, so that current will flow in this direction. So that is your plus, that is your minus. Our loop direction is this, loop direction is this. So we are going from negative to positive, that means positive means potential gain. So plus sign I am writing. Okay. Now after that loop direction is this, in this direction we are going. So we are going from positive to negative, that means potential drop is there, and potential across two plates of the capacitor is what, Q by C. But as potential drop is there, so I will write minus what, Q by C is equals to 0. Now after that same equation you can write Q by C is equals to what, V. So I will make Q as a subject, so Q is equals to what, C into V. So Q is equals to C into, now value of V is what, Vm sine omega t. So I will insert that value, Vm of sine omega t. Okay, now we want the value of current, then only we can compare the current and potential, or you can say voltage. So if you want the value of current, so you know one equation of current, I is equals to what, dq by dt. That means if you want the value of I, then you have to differentiate that Q with respect to dt. How? D by dt of what? Of this Q. Q is what? CVm sine of omega t. So that you will get the value of I. So I is equals to what you can write? That is C capacitance constant, Vm maximum potential, which is also constant. So make outside of the differentiation. So it will be your CVm, then differentiation with respect to time of only sine omega t. Okay. Now next I is equals to, we can write CVm. Now differentiation of sine x is what? Cos x. So I will write cos of omega t and multiply with differentiation of these two quantities. So omega is constant and differentiation of t is 1. In the case of integration we are dividing with this term, but in the case of differentiation we have to multiply with it. That is the rule of maths. Okay, now same thing I can write like this, I is equals to that omega, I will make outside omega c Vm then cos of omega t. Now further we will proceed. We can write I is equals to Vm. Now that omega c term, can I write like this? 1 divided by omega c. Yes, we can write this. So omega c will go at the top. So once again, omega c Vm, same equation you will get. Remaining is what? Cos of omega t. So I is equals to Vm. Now remember student one thing, that thing 1 upon omega c, that is known as capacitive reactance, which is denoted by X suffix C. So over here somewhere else I will write that Xc is equals to what? It is your capacitive reactance, and equation of Xc is what? 1 upon omega C, and that capacitive reactance will behave like a resistance whose unit is ohm, just like resistance. Okay, remaining is what? Cos of omega t. Now next I is equals to, now we'll understand the value of that Vm by Xc. That is what? So for that purpose we will apply Ohm's law. Ohm's law is what? V is equals to IR. Okay, now over here Vm is there, so Vm is equals to IMR. So we can write Im is equals to Vm by R. Okay, so that equation we know. Compare both of these equations. Vm is present on top side in both equations. Over here R is in ohm. Xc means capacitive reactance is also in ohm. So Xc is nothing but one type of resistance. So that is why Vm by Xc is known as maximum current. So I will write, instead of Vm by Xc, I will write Im. Somewhere over here you can write like that, that Im is equals to what? Vm by Xc, that is in volt and that is in ohms. Okay, Im remaining is cos of omega t. So we are getting the value of current in terms of cos, but value of potential is in terms of sine. So we will convert this cos in terms of sine. So I is equals to Im. Now can I write like this? Sine of omega t plus pi by 2. Yes, we can write. Why? Because that pi by 2 will do what? It will convert sine into cos function. So again we will get the same equation. So we have the current equation, say number 1, and we have potential equation that we have considered initially, which is Vm sine of omega t, potential equation. So by observing both of this equation of current and potential, you can make two important conclusions. So first conclusion is regarding to phase. So if you observe both of these equations, then you can say that phase of current and potential both are different, and you can find the phase difference with the help of one equation, that is phase difference. Already we have discussed, which is equals to what? Phase of voltage minus phase of current. So phase of voltage is how much? It is omega t, minus phase of current is how much? Omega t plus pi by 2. So omega t will get cancelled. So phase is what? Pi by 2. That means phase difference between current and voltage is pi by 2. Now second important conclusion we can make, that is much more important than this. Which one? That by observing both of this phase for current and voltage, we can say that current leads the potential by pi by 2. करंट वोल्टेज से पाई बाय 2 और 90 डिग्री आगे चल रहा है. In previous case of inductor, what we have discussed, instead of positive sign, it was negative sign. So we have concluded that current lags behind the potential by pi by 2. करंट पीछे चल रहा था पोटेंशियल से, क्यों? माइनस साइन था, यहाँ पे प्लस साइन है. That is why we will say over here same sentence I will write. What I can write? Important sentence, that current leads the potential, or you can say voltage potential by 90 degree or pi by 2 for the case of pure capacitive circuit. So that is the important conclusion that you have to remember. Current leads the potential by current leads the potential by pi by 2. Same thing we can understand with the help of phasor diagram also. So in phasor diagram, first of all I will draw that potential vector, or you can say voltage vector, voltage across the capacitor. So I will write V suffix C, voltage potential across the capacitor, and current is plus pi by 2. That means current leads the potential. Current आगे चल रहा है, that is your I, आगे चल रहा है by 90 degree, or you can say pi by 2. Also same thing, we can understand how current leads the potential by pi by 2 with the help of wave diagram. So I will draw wave diagram. So in the case of wave diagram, I will draw the time axis. Then I will draw this type of curve which represents potential V is equals to Vm sine of omega t, that is your 0 degree, that is your pi by 2, that will be pi, that is 3 pi by 2, and one cycle means 2 pi. Okay, current leads the potential by pi by 2. So I will start the curve from this point like this. So over here current value is how much, and that curve represents what? That curve represents I is equals to Im sine of omega t plus pi by 2. Okay, so over here maximum value of current is how much? Plus Im. So from the graph also we can say that when value of potential is 0, at that time value of current is plus Im, because current leads the potential by pi by 2. pi by 2 से ये आगे चल रहा है. Okay, now we will discuss about the power factor. So for power factor, you know one equation of power factor. Power factor is what? Cos of phi, and cos of phi is what? Phase difference. For this pure capacitive circuit is pi by 2, and cos pi by 2 is what? 0. So cos pi by 2 is 0. So two important things you have to remember. Which one? For the case of pure capacitive circuit, power factor is always 0, and current leads the potential by 90 degree. And finally we will draw two graphs. We know very well which one. Value of that capacitive reactance Xc is equals to what? 1 upon omega c, that I have written somewhere. Where it is, that is your 1 upon omega c is Xc, that is 1 upon omega c is Xc. So we can say that Xc is directly proportional to 1 upon omega. Why? Because c is constant capacitance. So graph will be like this, that is your Xc versus omega. So graph will be like that. So that curve represents what? Xc is inversely proportional to omega. That means if you will increase the value of omega, so value of Xc will decrease. Okay. And last curve we will draw for what? For again Xc is equals to 1 upon omega c. So Xc is equals to 1 upon omega is what? 2 pi f into c, in which 2 pi and c is our constant. So can we say Xc is inversely proportional to 1 upon f? So last curve I will draw for Xc versus what? Frequency, and curve will be same of like this. That curve will represent what? Xc is inversely proportional to 1 upon f. That means if you will increase the frequency, then what's happened? That Xc will decrease like this. Xc will decrease. Okay, so that is all about the pure capacitive circuit. Now I would like to end this video. So till then, read hard, work hard. Thank you very much.